Hi, Dave here. Welcome back to another video from Hollybush Railway. This week I'm taking a trip across to the Kingdom of Fife for the Cupar and District Model Railway Exhibition 2026. Cartmel Set Track Challenge, Dundee Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. This layout is built using only Hornby track pieces and shows what can be built with extensions to a basic track package. No flexi track here. It's a DCC layout with points being servo controlled from either the control panel or the handsets. Buildings are adapted from the scale scenes range. This shows what can be built when you tire of your roundy train set.
This is the set track, starting with a set track. All the track work is set track. No flex, no pico points, everything will be there. Gives us a few issues, it was most what goes now and minimum radius too. And that's the problem. The stock is fast. We did have tension locks for coach and snow. We had to take them out because everything kept derailing. Yeah. So we've gone over to KD's. Salmon. Very impressionable one. Premature there. What we've done is every piece of rail.
That's not a shut that's from here. I took the line of wagons down there, like ran round and formed.
Taking the wagons, pushed the wagons. I never went round because it was an extremely tight corridor.
Yeah.
Into the yard.
Yeah.
That line
Should be, but you can also have two of them. So they're probably taking one off, one on. Now of course, and then hits the second problem. The magnet's not there. You're thinking, who will let the Americans away with that? So we're now playing a game of football with 4 quarters. So they can start advertising. And the Belgians were the best of them. He went and objected about the boy, Trump went and had a word with them about their team. And then he come out the next one, the Belgians beat them 4-1. Yeah. And then I'd come back from that, well, they did a video of them doing a Donald dance. And then the club would come back and say, where's the USA now?
Sure, Ramsey's son. Sorry,
It should be split to
yeah, I know.
But then should be safe enough to play. It shouldn't be.
So yeah. Well, yeah, I've given him a hotel off. I told him to give us 150 because it's worth far more. So he's been told off. brothers.
Either weights, because that whole bottom section is just older section, older than the centimetres.
It's just where it's all been cut. It's only the front bit. You know, in the places, I'll be honest with you, my dad's going to get me doing this. I'm working 18 hours a day since I got back home. I don't have time to do this. So,
Maybe they hit the speed stand area.
yeah. I know Paul told me that. I don't really want to. I could, but I just. I know if you get,
I'll see what I can do to try and
just so when I set it up, I own my wires, there's all wired up, I know what corners I'll just use white smooth out.
Williamson River, Cupar and District Model Railway Club, HO gauge. Williamson River marks the end of a freight spur in British Columbia, Canada. Here logs are commonly floated down the river after being chopped and debranched, collected at the transfer point and loaded onto freight cars for transport to a local sawmill. The Williamson River Trading Company has a large warehouse by the river for storage and distribution. The small, early 20th century mine still produces minerals, which are transported by rail for processing. The elevated line along the hillside carries passenger services to and from the city, with Bud rail cars frequently passing by. Freight trains are operated by Canadian National, Canadian Pacific and BC Rail. Williamson River is named in memory of Gregor Williamson, former chair of the Cupar and District Model Railway Club. Baker's End, Renfrewshire Model Railway Club, double O gauge. A Scottish rail-served bakery in the west of the country, which receives regular rail traffic. Situated across the line is the local goods yard, which occasionally requires gravity shunting to be used. Glenauld, Glenrothes Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. Set in 1970, the layout is typical of industrial and rural areas around Scotland at the time. The colliery line on Glenauld hosts regular steam and diesel-hauled trains with loaded and empty coal wagons travelling to and from the colliery sidings and Glenauld docks. The docks continue to process large amounts of loose cargo, with a constant stream of railway traffic from the colliery and the main line. The town of Glenauld, the caravan park and the beach are served by the nearby railway station. Rolling stock is pre-tops numbered with a variety of transitional liveries typical of the era. There is also a large variety of vacuum brake, air brake and loose coupled freight stock. The name Glenauld was derived from the town names Glenrothes and Cumbernauld, both new Scottish towns built from 1948 onwards. The layout is sure to bring back many memories.
I pass at that one. If you hold on 2 seconds, I'll get some.
Not that I did it, I didn't.
Baltic Quay Sidings, Keith Logie, double O gauge. Baltic Quay Sidings is a first attempt at a complete layout, inspired by the late Ian Rice and also Canada Street by the late Paul Johnson. The idea was to make it simple. It is DC control with only 2 feeds, and affordable. Baseboards are made from scrap timber, track is mainly second-hand Pico 100 streamline, stock and locos mostly pre-owned from eBay. Collage back scenes made up on a laptop try to create the impression that these fictional sidings are part of a much bigger dock complex. Short goods trains are the order of the day, but 2 locos can be run independently. Future development is for a soundscape that will create atmosphere of the setting as well as local sounds.
Just going to drop off that. Yeah, you should be able to just bring that out. Right. I'm going to nip
You're
round
going
it.
to do that now. Actually, no, I didn't bring it in. The child doing about everything, it's just, especially mining villages and the areas that can get up. And you're washing out when you're near a place like this. I know. Red and yellow.
O Bennachie, John Galbraith, N-Gauge. Set in northeast Scotland during the early 1960s, Bennachie is a popular hill but lacks a station. The nearest at the time was in Oyne. The layout features a fictional station on a spur line from Cwmtwych, primarily for transporting granite, agricultural goods and local passengers. It includes buildings inspired by the GNSR architecture, combining scratch-built and converted models, and uses Farish and Dapple locomotives and carriages. First exhibited in 2015, the layout was recently renovated to repair damage and expand with a new platform and siding.
One thing no one's designed yet though is a moving horse, even in double load.
Yeah. Remember when I was a kid for Christmas one year, it was these the big.
Ladywell and Birnham, G&M Arnold, 009 gauge. Originally built to provide easier transport between the lower Birnham Slate Quarry and the Highland Railway sidings, the railway was extended via an incline to the upper quarries in 1909, removing a dangerous zigzag road. Increasing tourist traffic in the area persuaded the owners to build a passenger station and extend the line to Ladywell Forest, near Ossassin's Hall Folly and the Hermitage, renaming the railway Ladywell and Birnham. Plans were made to extend the line to the Glenauld station for easier passenger access, but although earthworks were started, the connection was never made. Well, that's their story anyway.
Yes, okay, yes, I'm Daryl, yes.
Quite, I mean, good show.
Yes, been busy, yeah.
All well,
Been good so far.
working hard.
Yeah. Thanks, hardly working.
That's your waitress to retire here, that's okay.
Yeah. It's a good layer, isn't it? Sorry? No? There is.
Balornock Goods, Ian Rankin, H.O. Gage. Set in Glasgow in the 1970s, Balornock Goods is a simple shunting puzzle layout. The layout represents a goods yard serving a coal merchant and warehouse, with a third road for general goods. The layout is unusual in that it is built to 1/87th scale H.O. gauge, which is the standard scale for European and North American models, as opposed to the usual British 1/76 scale. The locos and rolling stock are mostly modified Lima items from the period. Loch Nagar, Cupar and District Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. Loch Nagar is a compact model railway layout created by Chris during the 2020 lockdown, ingeniously built within a rifle case. Measuring 5 foot by 1 foot, it features a fiddle yard and represents an industrial line for a military supply facility in the UK. Inspired by Britain's rail-linked military sites that were vital for defence logistics in the 20th century, Loch Nagar captures the atmosphere of wartime and post-war depots. Its inventive design showcases the builder's creativity and enduring interest in Britain's military railway history. St Andrews and Guardbridge, East Neuk Model Railway Club, N-Gauge. St Andrews is a town on the east coast of Fife. In 1800, the ancient town was in decline, so to revive its fortunes, a branch line railway was built, and the town became a tourist resort. The original branch was taken from the East Coast Main Line to enter St Andrews from the west in 1852, via the village of Guardbridge. In 1887, the town was also reached by rail from the south and became part of the Fife Coastal Railway. This model is based on the final 10 years of through trains before the line to the south closed in 1965, followed by total closure in 1969. During this period, the regular trains were also supplemented by various tourist specials and rail tours, resulting in a variety of passenger trains that they can realistically run. All of the buildings on the layout are scratch built, based mainly on photographs, as few of them still exist. Phenix Yard, Pentland Model Railway Group, HO Gauge. Blue Ridge Transload Services. Nestled in the Blue Ridge region, Phenix Yard is a compact transload terminal where rail meets road. Operated by Blue Ridge Transload Services, BRTS, it serves local industries by transferring lumber, plastics, steel, building materials and general freight between railcars and trucks. Despite its small size, the limited trackage makes every switching move count, creating realistic and engaging operations. Named after the mythical Phoenix, the yard occupies the site of a former industrial complex and reflects the area's economic renewal through modern freight transport. Dalmarnock Industrial, Perth Model Railway Group, O Gauge. Dalmarnock Industrial was created as a diorama before it came into the current owner's possession. It is a grimy industrial layout based around a chemical factory making aerosols, a wire rope works and a steel tube manufacturer. For exhibition purposes they've added a fiddle yard at each end, which allows for freight traffic to be delivered and picked up from the chemical plant sidings or alternatively passed through for a tube mill and other off-scene facilities. There is an additional local works shed for small industrial servicing and repair.
You're starting young. Very young. Spectacles, I think.
Oh, shit, her daddy has them.
Kevin the Crane, I think.
Sound.
Except that Kevin's got kicking Kevin the Crane's got Kevin the Crane.
Excellent. Firebox glue on 6. I'll give it 5. Alright, 5. Get rid of 6 then.
Search online, see if you can railway exhibitions while we're here and stuff like that. And for that anyway.
St Seeb, Colin Postlethwaite, 00 gauge. Modern image 00 gauge layout featuring blue diesels from the 1970s era. The layout is based on a small town in the northwest and has a small station on a single line system with a passing loop. The layout has a working level crossing and semaphore signals fitted. There are various cameo scenes on the layout, including the local fire brigade in action along with a busy market scene. Most of the buildings have been fitted out with internal lighting, including the signal box, which has been detailed inside.
Even the fire engine looks on. And the truck.
What else have you got to find?
Who else have we got to find? Thomas. Edward. Kevin.
All right.
Donald, Douglas and Spencer.
Horrocks End, Falkirk Model Railway Club, 009 gauge. 009 is a new venture for Falkirk Model Railway Club into the world of narrow gauge railways. It is also a new venture into DCC operation for the builders. The small layout is purely fictional and not based on any specific location, and has been based on a design drawn up by one of their narrow gauge enthusiasts. The layout depicts a deep gorge carved over the decades by the waters from the surrounding area, now reduced to a small waterfall and river, overlooked by a castle, now in ruins but visited by sightseers using the narrow gauge railway that used to supply quarry stone from the gorge. Unfortunately, the layout wasn't operational on the day as a technical problem had caused a power failure. Upper Cwmtwych, Les Nelrich, N gauge. This is a small depot for emergency servicing and refuelling of diesel locomotives. Various classes of loco can be seen belonging to different railway companies. All the scenics, buildings and trees are scratch built. The signal box was salvaged from a previous layout.
Yeah, from your position now, it's going for a refuelling, so this one. I've seen your stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
The layout that my granddaughter had.
Yep.
Oh, good guess. Person.
I knew it.
Abbey Cove, Clydeside Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. Abbey Cove was once a thriving fishing village dominated by the medieval abbey high above the port. As fishing stock declined and the fleet reduced, the town has turned to tourism, and bizarrely become a magnet for superheroes and other personalities from film and television who regularly visit the town. See how many of them you can spot. The rail connection remains with a regular passenger service transporting visitors to the popular resort, and the small goods yard continues to serve the town and the fishing community, bringing in supplies and taking away fresh fish. They very much hope you enjoy your visit and enjoy spotting the celebrities.
Isabel, there's lots of people on here for you to find.
Oh, no.
That's alright. It's okay. So,
I can see the Beatles, I can see Where's Wally.
you're missing somebody else. Do you know who likes standing on station platforms eating marmalade sandwiches? Paddington, that's right. Can you been running well.
Nice. Since problems, it's been no problem at all.
Sometimes you'll have a pool of money for
I thought that was his Albert back then.
Think about you can get clear resin figures now. So I'm going to see if I can get a clear resin figure with a hat. What we'd like to do is expand the harbour and
how is everybody?
well done, Ronald. I've got to come out and see this wee cutie. The Model Railway Club is a place called the Circle in Easterhouse. And that's where I'm a great grandfather. I won't believe it, but every time it's a new one.
Kyle of MacAllan, Adrian Walby, E.M. Gage. Welcome to the locomotive shed at Kyle of MacAllan, somewhere in the northwest Highlands of Scotland. It is September 1966, and steam has been gone from the area since June 1962. Where steam locomotives were once serviced, diesels now rest between duties, although not for long, as the writing is on the wall for the somewhat derelict shed. The layout is based on, but not an exact copy of, the shed at Kyle of Lacalsh. Coincidentally, the real shed lost its roof in a fire shortly after the end of steam, remarkably similar to events depicted here.
Yeah, you can keep some thinking.
Oh, yeah.
As a Dingemyre, that's what I like about it. Here's the fact that something could be done.
Dingemyre Works, Rodney Hathorn, Scottish Modellers, E.M. Gage. On the edges of a mire on the upper Dinge estuary lies Dingemyre Works, where liquids including oils and chemicals are transferred between road and rail transport. The railways on this side of the River Dinge were laid in late Victorian times to serve a growing oil industry, and as the decades passed, the works diversified into handling bulk liquid commodities. The works shunters moved tank wagons back and forth between the transfer sidings and the exchange sidings, represented here by the fiddle plank. Ronald Road, Cupar and District Model Railway Club, double O gauge. Children of all ages can take a turn driving Thomas and Friends. The layout is dedicated to the memory of late club member Ronald "Ron" Johnston. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Cupar and District Model Railway Exhibition 2026. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.